start off with number 10. So there have been numerous stories of kids talking about seeing their grandparents or great-grandparents who have passed away. Some families are shocked when their kids who have never met these family members can still perfectly describe them. Well, this is the case for this woman when her son, who was 3, would sing a Polish nursery rhyme. The family didn't know where he learned that or how, but the nursery rhyme that he sang was what her husband's grandmother would sing to all the babies in the family. However, she passed away before even meeting their son. On top of that, she said that they don't even speak Polish or sing Polish songs. Well, this one is scary but also a little comforting. Like, in a creepy way, it's sweet that his grandmother is looking over him.
In at number 9. A 3-year-old daughter stood right next to her newborn brother and stared at him for a while. And then the little kid looked at the father and said, "Daddy, it's a monster. We should bury it." I'm not even sure what the heck I would be thinking at that time, but your 3-year-old daughter wants to bury alive her newborn brother. So in at number 8 comes, I shouldn't throw him in the fire? And this was said by another 3-year-old girl when she saw her baby brother for the first time ever. What is it with like 3-year-old girls wanting to get rid of their baby brothers? In at number 7, I love you so much, I want to cut your head off. And then I want to carry it around with me wherever I want. And what do you say to that? No, don't cut my head off, please? In at number 6, we have a mother who woke up around 6 a.m. and she found her 4-year-old daughter's face like inches away from her. Like as soon as you wake up, you just like freak out. Like, what's going on? Why are you over there? Well, she whispers to her mom's ears and says, "I want to peel off your skin. I don't want to wake up and my face is gone. Like, go be grounded right now." In at number 5, it gets even more creepier. Another 3-year-old said to her mom, "Mommy, don't you remember me? Before, when you were the daughter and I was the mother, they came and chopped off all our heads. Chopped the whole village. What is this person even talking about right now?" Okay, we have a 3-year-old son, and this comes into number 4. He said, "Mommy, the very big man with big yellow eyes is looking at you." He then pointed at nothing and then started to laugh, and then he said, "He's hiding now. He's gonna come when you're sleeping." And then another night, the same kid said, "Mom, I'm not gonna be 4. I'm gonna die. And you're gonna put me in a hole. The man told me so." If I was that mom, I'd be moving out of that house, like ASAP. Now in number 3, we have a 5-year-old who drew a picture of a black monster and then looked up at his cousin and he said, "He told me to draw this. He's coming for you. You better hide." In at number 2, moving on, we're talking about this child who would sleepwalk every night. He would turn on all the electronics in the house, grab all the kitchen knives, align them in a circle, and then he would sit in the middle of it and talk gibberish. When the dad tried to get him out of the circle, the kid would pick up a knife and shout, "He will get you." So the next morning, the father asked the son, "Do you remember anything?" And he said he had a nightmare of a man dressed in black with fire red light behind him. Speaking of awful things that this person was gonna do to him. Okay, so we're finally in at number 1, but let's quickly recap. We've had a 3-year-old who said he's not gonna become 4 because he's gonna die. We've had a couple 3-year-olds who has a newborn baby brother. One called him a monster, the other wanted to kill it and bury it. We've had a yellow-eyed monster, a 3-year-old daughter who says someone wants to chop all their heads off. Well, finally, we've all made it into number 1, and it's a 7-year-old child who had an invisible friend. You know, we all did. Well, this invisible friend was called the Captain, an old man with a very long beard. The Captain would inform him when he grows up that his job is going to be killing people, and the Captain is going to tell him exactly who he's going to murder. And then the kid started crying, like legit crying. He believed it, and he said, "I don't want to grow up and kill anybody."
At the top of our list, we have the man in the red coat. A woman by the name of Kate shared the story about her daughter. Apparently when her daughter was 2 years old, she kept claiming to see a man by a cemetery. To make this even worse, the cemetery was located close to their home. One day in passing, her daughter said, "Mommy, who is that man in the red jacket by the stone house?" The stone house that she was referring to was a mausoleum, but when her mother looked, no one was there. Then she continued by saying, "He's waving at me." She started waving at nothing until she said, "Oh, he's coming over to talk." Nope, just nope. I hope that you took your daughter and left there so fast. I wouldn't want to take a chance of that man coming close to me. But honestly, it kind of fascinates me that children have the ability to see spirits or ghosts or something. Moving on to number 9. Now, as kids, we are known to have imaginary friends. Meanwhile, if I had a kid and they were telling me about some friend that I couldn't see but that they talked to, man, I would be saging my house and my kid on the daily. But As a kid, I do remember having an imaginary friend. I don't know how I didn't creep my family out because I clearly remember talking to her. Anyways, let's get back on track. Apparently, this one child had an imaginary friend named Jenna. One time when they were driving, they passed a cemetery and the kid looks up and says, "Bye Jenna," and waves to her. When the mother asked where Jenna was going, the girl said, "Home. She lives there." Spooky! So her daughter was in contact with a spirit named Jenna. I wonder if they ever went to the cemetery and looked for Jenna's grave, or looked into her death. Maybe they could have found a photo of her and asked her daughter if that's what Jenna looked like. That way they could have confirmed or denied the thing and either made themselves feel better or more scared. I don't even know how I would react if that kid perfectly described a picture of Jenna. Now that would be super creepy. Next we have number 8. Kids definitely have some sort of special sense that we lose when we're older. The next kid was staring at the Christmas decorations and mumbling to himself. He was saying, it will take 11 days. Seems pretty innocent, right? Well, the family thought nothing of it until 11 days later, their house was broken into and they took most of their Christmas decorations. First off, who goes to all that trouble to break into someone's house only to steal Christmas decorations? Unless they were the Grinch. Maybe they were robbed by the Grinch. Case closed. I solved it. You are welcome. But seriously, how that kid knew that that was gonna happen is super freaky. Next we have number 7. While getting her daughter dressed one day, her daughter kept looking around her and laughing. When asked what she was laughing at, daughter said, "A man," and pointed to the open closet doors. Nope, just nope. I would have been out of that house so fast. She kept referring to the man as the man with the snake neck. Time for a new house and a new child. Just kidding. But like a snake neck? Like was it long and skinny? Like why not a giraffe neck? Or was it a snake wrapped around his neck? Moving on to number 6. So apparently when this woman's child was 5 years old, she would point in the corner of a room and start crying saying, "Scary lady." It wasn't until her son also turned 5 when he did the exact same thing. He would point to the same corner and mention the scary lady. Now it could have been that the son just picked up on what his older sibling was doing, or maybe there really was a scary lady lurking in the corner. Either way, I don't know why 5 years of age was significant. Did this lady pass away on the 5th month or 5th day of the year? Or is it a clue to her death? We are now at our halfway mark with number 5. For this story, a family moved into a new apartment in a new country. Now, this apartment came fully furnished, including the owners leaving some paintings behind. How sweet of them! Or not. One of the paintings in the master bedroom was one that was said to look like abstract hair flowing in the wind. The wife didn't really like the painting, but she was trying to get used to it, so they just left it up on the wall. One day when her 2.5-year-old son was getting ready for a nap, he pointed to the painting and said, "I don't want to sleep in this room. This painting looks at me and tries to talk to me. I don't like it." A haunted painting? Really? Burn it. I would have chucked that thing out of the window so fast. Like, trust your intuition. If something is giving you the creeps, it's for a reason. No wonder the owners left the paintings behind. They were probably cursed. On to our next story, coming in at number 4. Now, a well-known fact is to keep sharp objects away from little children, especially this next child. This older sister states that when her sister was 4, she walked past her bed and saw a pair of scissors. She stopped and looked at the scissors before saying, "You know, I could chop your head off with these. Good night." What a sweet little goodnight message. If that was me, I would sleep with one eye open the whole night, or barricade my room shut. I hope she hid any sharp objects away from her sister. Like, imagine her just being like, "I could kill you in your sleep. Good night." On to number 3. When this little girl was about 4, her mom found her in the bathroom dunking her Barbies in the water. When she was asked what she was doing, the girl said, "The man in the wardrobe told me if I didn't do it, it would be my turn to swim face down." No. Just no. Move out. Get rid of that wardrobe. Like that's some twisted Narnia wardrobe stuff there. It's so terrifying. Your daughter was definitely in contact with someone or something dark. Moving on to number 2. Are aliens real? This has been an ongoing conspiracy for decades. Who knows? And I don't know if we will ever discover the truth, or discover what really is in Area 51. Whether you believe in aliens or not, this next story is creepy. A mother posted saying that her daughter came home from school one day very distraught. When asked what was wrong, she said, "I miss my other family. my alien robot family. Apparently, this mother's child was living in outer space with other aliens. One day, she was angry at her family and came down to Earth and was brought into this mother's stomach. But now, she misses them and wants to go back home. I don't even know what to say to that. And not just an alien robot? I mean, how does your daughter act normally? Is she like, beep boop, we come in peace? Like does she act like a, I don't even want to know. And we have reached our #1 spot on the countdown. Now, there are tons of stories out there on kids who remember their past lives. This one young boy used to tell his family about the other set of grandparents that he had. He described that his grandparents would live in a blue house. Of course, he was just a child, so his family never believed him. The family was fed up about hearing his story and these grandparents that lived in this blue house, but this boy ended up saying he knew where the house was. This 5-year-old boy gave her accurate directions for a 45-minute car ride until they ended up 4 to 5 towns away. In this town, at the end of a dead-end street, stood an abandoned blue house. Imagine a 5-year-old being this good at directions. Like, he's like a human GPS. But seriously, it freaks me out. There is no way this little boy could have known about this house, let alone known how to get there off by heart. Again, I wish this family did some research and maybe found out who lived in the house, cause I need answers, people.
A father was tucking in his 2-year-old son, and the son said, "Goodbye, Dad." The father then replied with, "No, we don't say goodbye, we say goodnight." And then the little boy said, "I know, but this time it's goodbye." This is just the weirdest thing ever. What do you mean goodbye? So the father was very concerned with this and started to check up on his son like every hour throughout the whole night. If that was my child, that would keep me up all night. Okay, moving right along, more creep.
At #9, we have It, and not It the movie. During a nice bonfire one night, a little boy named Lane kept claiming that he was seeing someone that he referred to as It. At one point he screamed and said it was watching him from the dark corner of the house. He also said that if the parents go, then it will hurt him. The parents then asked him to describe what he saw. He said it was a tall monster with large claws with more teeth than a shark, and it was eyeless. Jeez, I mean, I wonder if Pennywise is real and this kid saw him. Who knows? Moving on to #8, we have the doll girl. Children learn through play. By creating little stories in their head, it helps them to develop their imagination and decision-making skills. But what does it say about a child when they start to create more violent situations when they are playing? Maybe the child is evil. No, I'm just kidding. So this story is from a preschool teacher that has witnessed several creepy incidents throughout her teaching career. This one surrounds a little girl that was playing in one of those small kitchenettes. Side note, if you had one of those full kitchen play areas as a child, you were so lucky. I always wanted one. Well, this girl was playing with a baby doll. She was singing to it and rocking it back and forth until she suddenly just shoved it into the oven. She then looked dead straight at the teacher and said, "Sometimes bad babies go in timeout." She gave a really creepy smile and then ran off. Like, I'm speechless. How do you bring that up to her parents? Like, excuse me, little Sally had a great day today playing, you know, but she's creepy and likes to torture dolls. Nice. For #7, we have the skin peeler. This next story is a mixture of being kind of funny and also scary. Well, this mother woke up at 6 a.m. by her 4-year-old daughter. Her face was inches from hers. She looked dead in her eyes and eerily whispered, "I want to peel all your skin off." Now, before you go on thinking that her daughter was possessed by something, let me just say that her mom was suffering from a sunburn, so her skin was peeling. It wasn't like she just randomly had this idea. But still, imagine waking up and hearing that, and the fact that she said, "I want to peel all your skin off?" Ugh. Like, why is she even thinking about peeling skin? Like, she should be sleeping. Maybe that's just like something she finds satisfying, like watching pimple extraction videos or slime videos. Moving on to #6, we have the rattling pipes. Apparently when this woman's daughter was 4 years old, she was scared of the sound of the water pipes rattling. She always attributed this sound to white wolves. Random, but okay. Well, anyways, one day she said that the white wolves aren't bad, they are our friends. Her mom was so proud of her daughter because she was getting over her fear, and so she said, "Yes, the white wolves are protecting us, they are our friends." But then her daughter said, "They are our friends, but not the man who crawls on the floor and stands by my bed." Nope. Move out. That's terrifying. Just imagine seeing a grown man crawling on your floor. No thanks. But also, I love how your daughter was more scared of rattling pipes than this creepy man. Like, get your priorities straight. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the attached daughter. Now, kids can do cute little gestures to show how much they love their parents. This could be from drawing little pictures or making barely edible food, or even telling you that they want to cut off a piece of you so that you're always with them. Oh, how sweet. Let me explain. So, a woman named Marie Bourgeois was woken up in the middle of the night to her 3-year-old petting her head. Her kid then said, "I wish I had a piece of you that I could carry with me all the time. Like your finger." I mean, it's cute in a creepy way. She just loves you really, really much, and I would say keep sharp objects away from her and maybe sleep with your hands protected, you know, just as a precaution. In our 4th spot, we have the evil woman. Now, this next story will make you want to grab your old nightlight. So, this parent said that her daughter was talking about a creepy woman that would watch her in her room. The daughter said that this woman watches her when she's watching movies. I mean, hey, maybe the ghost just likes Netflix. But then she also said that the woman sleeps on the ceiling above her bed when she sleeps. The little girl also said, "It does not like me and wants to eat my heart out." Moving on to our next creepy kid at number 3, we have the yellow-eyed man. This mother said that one day her child said, "Mommy, the man, the very big man with big yellow eyes is looking at you." The mother looked, but there was nothing there, so she just told her child that they were just making it up. The child replied, "Oh, he's just hiding now." Later on, the child said, "Oh no, Mommy, you made him very mad. Now he says he will come when you are sleeping." Okay, I would have not slept at all if that were me. But it also gets scarier. A few weeks later, her child said, "I'm not going to be 4, I'm going to die, and you will put me down, down, down in the hole." Apparently, this same creepy man told her son this, and also said that his mother will pass away too and join him. In our 2nd spot, we have the imaginary friend. Now, I'm sure some of us had imaginary friends when we were younger. It is said that we have these friends as a result of social intelligence. No, it doesn't mean that if you had imaginary friends then you are more intelligent than others. Nice try. But anyways, this one girl kept describing her imaginary friend to her sister. She stated that he sits on her bed and waits for his mom. He's not allowed to go home by himself because of his arm. When asked what was wrong with his arm, she replied with, "His mom ran him over when he was drawing with chalk. That's why he's always crying, because he doesn't like being dead." Okay, hold on. So this girl has been seeing a crying, armless ghost and she's totally cool with it? Like, not freaked out at all? Is your daughter like the ghost whisperer or something? And in our final spot at number 1, we have the nightmares. Everyone experiences nightmares as a child. Even to this day, I have some really vivid dreams that sometimes are scary. Apparently, dreaming is a sign of intelligence though, so I guess I know what that says about me. No, I'm just kidding. So for this next story, it surrounds a little girl and her reoccurring nightmares. Apparently when she was 3, she would wake up almost every night for a month straight with a nightmare. Well, one day, the mother asked her daughter what she wanted for breakfast. The daughter then replied saying that she wanted to share her breakfast with the dead baby in her closet. Now, the mother just thought she meant one of her baby dolls, so she pulled out some of the dolls. That was until her daughter said, "No, not a doll, the dead one that sleeps on the closet floor at night." Something is definitely haunting your daughter.